So, this is attempt 5,000, I think. Not to pick it. I've picked this lock every single time I've put it in the vise. I've picked it. I even picked it once, just in my hand, like you would a padlock. But somehow, every video that I've tried to take of this lock has failed in one weird way after another. Either I went out of frame, or I accidentally unpicked the lock like a moron before showing that it was picked on camera, or I didn't know how to gut it properly, so I didn't want to ruin the video with a bunch of silly gutting shenanigans. So hopefully this will be the last. Alright, so I got the really big false set that I've continuously experienced. Now we're going to go see if we can get the one really obnoxious slider in the back. Alright, and there's that one really obnoxious slider in the back. And then there's a couple sliders up front that I'm just going to kind of scoot out of the way simultaneously. This little trick works really well. I've done it a couple times now. And of course now it's not going to work for me. Basically, a couple of these sliders only need to be moved a little bit, and you can get them at the same time. So, there it is. Nice and picked. And we will close it back up. And I will just kind of
bring us around to here. And keep that in frame. And bring our pinning tray. And let's take a look at what's happening here. So, now I've got the lock ready to be gutted. Let's see if I can do this without messing up too horribly. Go ahead and pop this C-clip off. Oof. Alright. That was a little easier than I expected it to be. And we'll take the key, slide it in, give ourselves a shim, just in case. And the sidebar will fall out, so I'm told. So I'll keep my finger kind of on it. Keep that from happening. Oh, that's unexpected. Alright. So let's see if we can't gently remove this sidebar. And then I'll bet there's a couple of sidebar springs. Got sidebar spring number 1, sidebar spring number 2, and we will empty it from left to right. So wow, so looks like two steel pins up at the front. And we've got, alright, let's go ahead and slide that out. I guess for all you people that are, oh, whoa, look at that.
For anyone that may be new to the hobby or not really understand how this stuff works, I'll kind of give you a quick glimpse of what's happening right here. Basically, you've got this sidebar, which is going to fall into that slot, okay? And as you retract the key, these little gates change their position. So that's kind of how these will work. So you'll be able to see this a little bit better when I take these out. I will go ahead and retract them one by one. And wow, so really deep inside of here there are some springs. And I don't know if I'm gonna take those springs out. I'll give you a close-up so you can see them. But I don't really have any intention of removing those springs. You can see them down there in the bottom of the chambers. Right down there. So I'll leave those springs in the core. And we will go ahead and take out Alright, that's from pin stack number 1. Got some very magnetic tweezers on my hands. Wow, that's highly annoying. So, interestingly, it does look like all these sliders have false gates. So I'll go ahead and give you a close-up of that. Here's that key. Here we've got these nice T-pins with some gins, I guess. And then you can see the small false gate on each one of these sliders. I honestly didn't really have to deal with that because of the bitting of my key. And let me maybe take a second to show you a little bit about these spools. Well, I guess they're gin pins maybe. So you can see that it's actually got a kind of a bowl in here for the spring to sit inside of. They all had that. So overall, it's a pretty interesting lock. It's a an MC Color Pro. Just kind of show you the logo here. Made in Switzerland.